What do you think this thing is about always wanting to be with other people?
Well, I was never alone when I was a child. We were a family of 7 crowded into 4 rooms, and they weren't large rooms. And certainly before I got married, I was very solitary. I don't know. I don't think it's the fear of mortality. I believe fiercely, as I say in the book you're holding, that one of the major reasons why we do read and should read is because we cannot possibly know enough people or know them closely enough. But I suppose, though I have been married for 42 years and have known the lady for 44 years, and she is the best company there is, I suppose something in me is unappeased and peregrine, as Mr. Eliot says in one of his poems. Strange person for me to quote, as he's not one of my favorite writers. I suppose my spirit is always somehow looking for something, but that's what being a reader is about, I would think. And that's what I am primarily. I mean, I'm a professional teacher. I'm a professional literary critic, a very old-fashioned one. I now call myself at times, partly in self-deprecation, but partly, I suppose, with a certain fury, Bloom Brontosaurus Bardolator, that is to say, not only a worshipper of Shakespeare, but a Brontosaurus, a dinosaur. Reading at the Melrose branch of the Bronx Public Library when I was still so small, I couldn't carry the books home. My 3 sisters, much older, kindly carried them for me, and I went from the Melrose branch of the Bronx Public Library, after I read through it, to the Fordham branch of the Bronx Library, which is its research branch, and I used that up. And I descended at 15, clutching my nickels in my hand for the subway, to the 42nd Street Library, determined to read through that in the main reading room. And of course, I would never have succeeded. But soon enough, I was a Cornell undergraduate, having won a fellowship, and spent 4 years trying to read out that library. And for the last 46 years, have been trying to read out the Yale Library, which no human being can read through, though I've done what I could. But it worries me deeply what is happening to our public libraries, to our library systems in general. They used to receive much more government funding than they receive now, and I do not hear anyone in either party running for office this time talking about public libraries, except to, out of the shibboleth, more and better computers, 1 computer per child. I'm tired of being tarred. I've been voting for Democrats for president or for socialists when I could find them for, let's see, I started when I was 18. Here I've been voting for 52 years, and I've never voted for a Republican for dog catcher, and I wouldn't start now. I forgive all the Republicans out there, or let them forgive me. I'm not a conservative. I'm anything but a conservative. I think that the United States has been almost destroyed by Ronald Reagan and his legacy. He came into office, that charming, smiling fellow, and he assured us we could all emancipate our selfishness, and that is what we have proceeded to do on a national level. And I think we have done terrible things to the poorer people in this country. And Mr. Clinton, whom I voted for twice, nevertheless signed the welfare bill and put 5 million more children under the poverty line. Let it be said in his defense that I gather he has done everything he could to partly make up for this, as best he could, but still, I am not happy with him. No, I don't think this is a political difference. I don't even think this is a cultural difference, because I don't think there can be cultural differences in that sense. It's an intellectual difference and an aesthetic difference. And though I hate to use the term because it can so easily be misconstrued in a religion-mad country like the United States, it ultimately has to be a spiritual difference. Either you believe that reading and teaching and thinking about the best that has been thought and written and said matters and does everyone a great deal of good, or you do not. And most of these people now in the universities, and certainly these people in the media and the New York Times, don't believe that at all.